the potential release of Israeli-American soldier Edan Alexander, along with the remains of 4 other dual Israeli-U.S. nationals, hangs heavy in the air, a complex chess move in the ongoing Gaza conflict. Hamas, the militant Islamist organization controlling Gaza, announced its readiness to facilitate this release on Friday, a statement that ripples with both potential hope and strategic calculation. This offer, however, is shrouded in uncertainty, leaving the world wondering what price Hamas will demand in return for the prisoners. The announcement comes against the backdrop of a fragile ceasefire, initially implemented in January but shattered almost 2 weeks ago. Hamas has repeatedly emphasized the need for Israel to fully implement the second phase of the ceasefire, a demand that forms a central pillar of their negotiations. This isn't simply a humanitarian gesture, it's a high-stakes game of geopolitical maneuvering. The return of American hostages held in Gaza has been a prominent focus for the Trump administration, transforming the situation into a complex entanglement of domestic U.S. politics and international relations. Hamas's offer to release Alexander places Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in a precarious position. He must carefully weigh the humanitarian aspects against the potential political ramifications, navigating a treacherous path between fulfilling a crucial U.S. demand and potentially undermining his own strategic objectives. The path to this potential release has been long and arduous, marked by over 16 months of indirect negotiations facilitated by the U.S., Qatar, and Egypt. Recently, however, a significant shift occurred. Washington initiated direct talks with Hamas, a bold move aimed at securing the freedom of U.S. citizens abducted during Hamas's October 2023 incursion into Israel. This unexpected development underscores the gravity of the situation and the desperate need for a resolution. The stakes are incredibly high. Donald Trump, in a social media post earlier this month, issued a stark warning, promising hell to pay if all 58 hostages held in Gaza were not released. The grim reality is that less than half of these hostages are believed to be still alive, adding a chilling urgency to the negotiations. Israel's official response to the revelation of direct U.S.-Hamas talks has been muted, a single terse statement from Netanyahu's office acknowledging the negotiations. However, the Israeli mass-market newspaper Yedioth Ahronoth painted a more revealing picture, alleging that Israel was stunned to discover that, behind its back, Trump's envoy had flirted for weeks in Doha with a senior Hamas official. This alleged clandestine diplomacy highlights the secretive and high-stakes nature of the ongoing negotiations. Adding another layer of complexity is Israel's response to the situation. In a bid to exert pressure on Hamas, Israel has severed all supplies of goods to Gaza, culminating in the cessation of all remaining electricity supplies from Israel to the territory on Sunday. This drastic measure underscores the intensity of the situation and the potential for further escalation. The potential release of Edan Alexander and the remains of the other Israeli-American nationals is more than just a prisoner exchange. It's a potent symbol in a broader geopolitical conflict. The negotiations are fraught with mistrust, complex power dynamics, and the weight of international pressure. The outcome will have far-reaching consequences, shaping the future of the Gaza conflict and the relationship between Israel, Hamas, and the United States. The question remains: what concessions will Hamas demand in exchange for the release, and will Netanyahu be willing to pay that price? The answer to this question will determine not only the fate of these hostages, but also the trajectory of the conflict itself. The international community watches with bated breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution, but bracing for the potential fallout from a situation that seems poised on the brink of further escalation or, potentially, a breakthrough. The situation is fluid, the stakes are enormous, and the world holds its breath, awaiting the next move in this high-stakes game of international diplomacy and political maneuvering. The human cost of this conflict is immeasurable, making the need for a swift and just resolution all the more pressing. The complexities of the situation are multifaceted, encompassing humanitarian concerns, strategic political objectives, and the looming threat of further violence. The path forward is uncertain, yet the desperate hope for a peaceful resolution remains a powerful driving force. Each action taken, Each statement made holds immense weight in this delicate balance of power, forcing the world to closely watch the unfolding events and their profound implications for the future of the region. The human element is paramount, a stark reminder that amidst the political machinations and strategic maneuvers, the lives of innocent individuals hang in the balance, demanding a resolution that prioritizes peace and justice above all else. The weight of expectation rests heavily on all parties involved, underscoring the significance of their actions and the far-reaching consequences that await. The world waits, hoping for a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness of conflict, clinging to the possibility of a peaceful resolution and a future where such tragedies are a distant memory.